Hey everybody, this is Red Silvers. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. We're going to start things out with boss time. So this is the Materia Keeper, and he's a jerk. I give everybody the tranquilizers so that they would have a bit more defense for this. But he has an enemy skill called Trine that we want to get. Trine is kind of notorious because it's one of the enemy skills that you can permanently miss on one of your enemy skill materials, which is actually what's going to happen in this playthrough, because there's only a handful of enemies that give the Trine spell, and you get the last enemy skill material long after you would fight all those bosses, unless you deliberately postpone fighting one of the optional bosses. And that's something that you can do. There's a boss that's optional. It's part of a side quest for Yuffie. And he has Trine. So you can just put off fighting him until you get to the point of the game where you have the 4th enemy skill material, and you'll be able to get Trine. But doing that, you put off some other stuff, like I think the Leviathan materia is one of the things that you put off. So that's an option that you have. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fight that boss when he's still kind of relevant, when he's still a challenge, instead of waiting till the end of the game and take him down. I'm not exactly sure when I'll fight that boss, but I'm not going to put him off just for the sake of getting the enemy skill. We'll still get Trine on 3 enemy skill materias. But some people might say, okay, well, then you're not going to have perfect materia because you're only going to have 3 of them, which, okay. It's an option that you have. That's not what I'm going to do. And speaking of Trine, here it comes. So both the girls are going to learn this. They're going to do a little spin. Everything's fine. Let's take him out now. Yeah, this can be one of the harder fights, actually. I've seen it get cheesed in the speedruns, but this is a fight where if you mess up, it can go really bad really quick because of the high damage output that he's got. That's why I went with the tranquilizers. Which is hurting our ability to get limit breaks. But it also makes it so Trine doesn't just nuke us. So the problem with Big Guard is that it also hurts your own healing, because your healing spells get blocked by the M barrier that you have. So if you're going to heal, it's better to heal with potions, which we've certainly got enough of them. And since we have Fury Brand, we might as well nuke him with some limit breaks. Well, okay, we'll save our limit breaks for later, I guess. Thanks, game. But yeah, he also drops the materia, the counter materia. which... That's actually a really good materia. That's certainly better than Death Blow. Counterattack. This is great. This is one of my favorite materia in the game. But alright, let's go ahead and use a tent now. It'll get rid of the sadness status. Or it won't get rid of the sadness status. Okay. See, healing at an inn would get rid of sadness. Alrighty. So now we're on the back end of Mountain Evil. And we still have all these lovely limit breaks. Oh no! So I don't actually know with her missing that if that means it doesn't count as her using the limit break for the purposes of learning the next one. Either way, we're going to be backtracking in a moment here. So we're going to come out on the world map. We're way over here, which... Nibelheim's right there. You can see there's our buggy. We can't get to the buggy now. So, of course, you can go look on the map, and there's only really one spot you can go to here. So we're going to head toward there. That's kind of how the progression works in this game. Even if you don't have a guide and you don't know where you're going, there's not a whole lot of stuff stopping you from finding your way, because... It's usually go to the area you couldn't go to before. Oh yeah, she's still in the back row, isn't she? No, she's not. I thought I put her in the back row during that boss fight, but I guess I was wrong. And we got a nut. We won't be using that particular nut, because nuts are used for breeding chocobos later on in the game. And there's only specific nuts that we'll want. So yeah, here we have the town. Here we have the random encounter that's going to interrupt us going to the town. And there's an ugly dragon thing. What is that thing called? I'm sorry that I asked. Oh, see, she counterattacked already. When you get the counterattack materia leveled up more, you'll counterattack more and more often. Right now I think it's like 20%. It's not very much because it hasn't been leveled up. But that one can be fun just to throw a bunch on a character and watch what happens. That's actually one of my favorite things to do. I'm not sure how many super crazy materia setups I'm going to show off, but we're going to have some fun later on when we can just play around for fun. But yeah, there is a giant rocket that's leaning in this town. We're gonna go ahead and go to the inn. The Shanghai Inn. What a name. What do you people have to say? Go talk to the captain. Is it real or fake? It's a picture. So let's see here. We have a shop down here. Let's look around the town for a moment. A gun is a man's weapon. I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm 40. I don't even know what that's a reference to. So we do have gold armlets here. I can actually steal those in Mount Nibel. Or Mount Nibel. I don't know how you pronounce it. But you can steal them from the dragon enemies. And then we have a bunch of accessories that'll boost stats. Power wrists are probably the most useful in this batch. But I'm not going to buy those. There's a toilet, just in case you were wondering. And that guy didn't give us any weapons to buy. He just has Vincent's weapon. The shotgun. Okay, that makes sense then. Speaking of him, though, we still have a weapon that we got for him from Calm. Let's see here. No, you only know dad jokes. I don't actually remember which house I'm going to here. I do know there's a materia shop. What's this guy have to say? So does that mean that they built 25 other rockets? So the item shop. But for an item shop, they have a bunch of materia that we don't have, like barrier, exit, and time. Which I'm going to go ahead and buy those up so that we have them all. Oh yeah, the guy with the rocket is actually kind of important later on. No, I want to go out the door. Where's the door? So yeah, there's not a materia shop, but there's materia at the item shop. This is the house I'm looking for. Let's go steal the treasure chest. We just happened to find a drill arm. Luckily, it's not an actual arm. It's a weapon for Barrett. But just, that's super random. Just gonna go in your backyard and look at a plane. Tiny Bronco. Alright, so that's actually the trigger that we need to do to bring up the next Fort Condor fight. Which, of course, means lots of backtracking. So before I finish up things in the town, I'm gonna head out. So, you wouldn't believe, very first fight leaving the town, and this happened. Eric's learned her level 3 Limit Break Planet Protector. So definitely going to put that on and use that. Was the very first fight. Took out some wolves by using Trine on them, because Trine is really cost effective, and that happened. So, heading back to Fort Condor, and I'll be right back. So one thing to point out while I'm here in Junon on my way back to Fort Condor is you can talk to this guy, and he'll take you right outside the town. So you don't have to run all the way back and take the long elevator. Going in the opposite direction, you do still have to do that, but this will save you some time getting out. You just say, take me outside Junon. Also, all these trips that I'm making to Fort Condor, I've been farming KOs while doing it. And now that we have Trine, it's really handy. Because Trine costs almost half as much as Aqualung and Beta does. So, one very good spot you can go to if you need to get KOs for getting higher limit breaks is this forest, which this isn't the fight I'm looking for. There's a fight that has 5 people in it. And you can just take them out with Trine and get an easy handful of KOs. Although, she kind of messed that up because she counterattacked, but if you ever need to farm KOs, that's the place to go to. But I haven't been going out of my way. I've just been, like, for example, this trip, I've been having Tifa take care of everything with Trine so that she can get some KOs. Although, Floof needs to get some to get his level 3 limit break too. But Trine is really cheap, so you can get away with doing that. That forest is the place to go if you want to go out of your way to farm. I'm not going out of my way. But you can see how easy this is. Will you quit? Don't make her counterattack. And of course, later in the game, it'll be a lot easier to get around, so you can come back here without having to backtrack through half the world. But I just thought I would point that out while I'm here. So with that being said, I'll see you after the fight. Alrighty, that is fight number 7 down. So, I mentioned when we did fight number 6 that we had a bit of a gap where you could go through. Basically from when we got out of... when we finished the events in Cosmo Canyon up until when we talked to Shira, we could have done Battle 6, and as soon as you talk to Shira, that switches it over to 7. But you have to... you only have a small gap to do that one, so I didn't want to make the trip back and forth from Rocket Town twice. We got Super Ball. What is Super Ball? This isn't Super Mario Land. I'm pretty sure that's a gravity attack, like an item that does a gravity attack. No, it's not. It's a weapon for Yuffie. So that was silly. I'm thinking of a Gravaball. None of these Fort Condor fights are very difficult. It's the same strategy that I've been using applies to most of them. The big difference is going to be the fight that we actually don't want to win. So, that's fight 7 down. Believe it or not, there are 5 more fights on the first disc, which seems like a lot. But fortunately, pretty soon we won't have to take the buggy halfway across the world. But speaking of which, I'm going to meet you again in a moment. Alrighty, so while we're on our way heading back, I decided we're going to make a pit stop at the Gold Saucer. And part of that's because we have enough money to do the lifetime pass. And the other part is because eventually coming here is going to trigger a plot point. I don't want to trigger that point yet. So since we're here and we have plenty of money, we're going to buy the lifetime pass because it's going to be useful later on. We're gonna go get some GP. Now, one thing that you can do is sometimes you can leave and come back, and there'll be a person in the back that'll sell you GP for gil. But it's very unreliable, so I wouldn't recommend that. But let's see here. We're gonna go to the Ghost Square, which is where the inn is. And maybe I should have come here earlier. I hope you're okay, buddy, but somewhere around here is Turtle's Paradise Flyer number 3. So that's the 5th of those that we've got. Just to recap, there was one in Sector 5, one in the Shinra headquarters, and 2 in Cosmo Canyon. So there's only one more of those that we need to track down. Okay, we're going to come to the Wonder Square here. Yeah, so you could gamble and try and get some GP. Later on, we won't need to worry about that. So you might be wondering, well, how the heck do I get some GP to start with? We come up here. We have this game called Mog House. So we're going to go ahead and play this. And it's silly. He's pipapopupo years old. So this is a silly little game. Plop. Alright, we're gonna feed him. So we want to feed him until he's happy. Which isn't too difficult. I feel like it's 5, but we'll see how he reacts. Alright, so now we've fed him enough. If we wait, he'll go and try and fly again. He just has to figure out that we're not going to feed him again, I guess. You can do it! Also, I'm sure that there are some Final Fantasy fans that are annoyed that they call him a Mog instead of calling him a Moogle. You went to bed too early. Get up. I like the reactions. Yep, now we gotta feed him again. I think it's only 3 this time. Either way, you just wait till you see the good reaction after you feed him. It's not hard. Yeah, so 5 the first time, 3 the second. Why I have that memorized, I don't know. This is a silly little time-consuming game, but it's good to do it once. There's no point in doing it more than once. You can do it, Mog. You can do it. It's pretty heroic music. I wonder if we'll get to hear that music later on in the game. Sometime later. Mog and Mag. Although, are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Oh no. So many little Mogs. No worries there, I guess. So you do that, and then if you talk to this guy, 30 GP. So that's a start. Now, if you play the game again, he's not going to give you more. And some of the mini-games unlock as you do things. Like, for example, there's a submarine game here, but it's not working. The same with the surfboard game here. Eventually, you'll unlock them. So while we're here, let's head to the speed square, which if we'd have come here when before, we would have seen Dio here, but we didn't come this way. Yeah, we'll head to the speed square. Let's see what the prizes are like. We'll see how well we do. We have 3 attempts. Other than we strut over all quietly and then everybody just goes running. Pretty sure that's not what you should do when you're doing a roller coaster. Yeah, this is a little shooting game. Let's see how well we do. Now I'm not gonna lie, a roller coaster with a shooting minigame in it is a pretty cool idea. see. It takes a bit of practice. I have not done this in years, so if you're expecting like some great strategy, you're not gonna get it. Anyway, there's a prize you can get here that I kind of want to at least attempt to get. I got the like shiny star a couple of times there. Balloons. And the big balloon. There's one great big target at the end that I'm really bad at getting. Yeah, there's this ship at the end here. And I know that you can defeat it. I don't know how many points you get for it, but it's hard to get him. And I don't think you can shoot that one. It's just kind of there. Well, let's see. You need more than 3,000 to get a prize. We've got 2 more attempts. Let's give it a try. Although that is a lot of points that we're short. If I don't get a great prize from doing this, that's okay. The prizes do change when you get to the 2nd and 3rd disc. Actually, maybe the analog stick would be better for aiming this. Some of them it's just hard to get a good shot on. Seems like we're doing better this time than we did last time, though. There's a lot of the falling icicles that are worth points. And then the balloons, we can kind of rapid fire them. They are easy. Oh, we did get the big balloon. And a lot of it is that they have like hit points, so some of them will go down in one shot, and some you have to hit so long. And like, I don't know if you can hit those red spears coming down. I already got a better score than we did last time. I thought you could get that. Now I'm not so sure. But it doesn't look like we're going to get a lot higher score than we did last time. But anyway, this isn't something that I'm super worried about missing out on. There's a weapon you can get that's like a joke weapon. But we still got 10 GP. We got the permanent pass. And we got the Turtles Paradise Flyer. So that's the start for here. So let's go ahead and head back to Rocket Town. Alrighty, back in Rocket Town here. We're gonna head to the rocket. Climb up to the top of it. And here we have the captain. Very good music here. So this name comes from Magri on the Captain SNES forum. And if you're expecting commentary, I don't really know the name source very well. During the meaningless war. Money, moolah, dinero. Sid's theme is probably one of the best songs in this game, but that's saying a lot because there's a lot of great songs in this game. Oh, he's not going to tell us anymore right now. Is he still going to be slouching? No, we can talk to him again. Yeah, we want your tiny Bronco, though. But yeah, we have to talk to him to trigger the next scene here. I love that when you look at the rocket here, it's not tilted. And then here he comes. Sid is a character. The way that he treats Cher is probably the low point. And now we get the quiet version of the same tune. I actually really like the quiet version of this song. Also, young Sid doesn't have his goggles, I just noticed. Yeah, she's still down there. These cutscenes of this great music, I always get sidetracked just listening to the tune. And they throw the timer in there. You can't speed this part up. This is automatic. Also, there wasn't even a city back then. It was just this rocket in the middle of nowhere. I do think it's silly that the rocket immediately tilted instead of it being over time. But yeah, he's weird. I don't necessarily think that that's any reason for him to treat her the way he does, but... Not a big tea drinker, just to be honest. And here's Palmer. Palmer's a character. He's not fat, he's big boned. With lots of sugar and honey, and oh yeah, don't forget the lard. I don't know if people put lard in tea, but that just sounds terrible. That's probably going to be the episode title for this video. So while he's out there fighting with them, we have Fat Man in the backyard here. He's not fat, he's fluffy. But yeah, he's back here trying to steal the airplane, so we're gonna stop him. He says we have our own fluffy character, we have Rugspin with us. So we have a boss fight, but we have Planet Protector from Eric's, so we are basically set here. All he needs to do is hit her once. With an attack that'll do damage. Right now she's immune to fire. I don't think he has anything to steal, but let's just see. But yeah, hit her with an element that's not fire, and she'll get her limit break. I said with that's not fire, game. Anyway, he uses random spells with his gun. So it's not always fire, he can hit with other elements. I think I was curing. No, I hit the wrong person. Because the angle. There you go. He hit her with another element. Okay, Planet Protector is great because it uses a status effect called Peerless that literally makes you invincible. So we're basically, he can't hurt us right now. We are invincible as long as we're glowing yellow. Not that he was doing a great job of that anyway, with his bad as the attacks were. Let's just say Palmer wasn't a boss that I would be worried about, even if I didn't have Peerless. But with Peerless, we're basically not going to lose this. But I really used it more to show it off. Plus, I have to use it 5 times before she can get her next limit break anyway, so... It's a pretty great limit break. Alright, so it looks like the statuses wore off, but we got the majority of it out. And this is a great ending animation here. Duck from the helicopter blade. And then... And I mean, you don't see stuff like that very often in these fights. That's gonna lead right into cutscene time. Because apparently he turned on the airplane right before we come and interrupted him. Poor Upskin isn't even on it. Also, I'm not sure how an airplane goes this far without anybody flying it. Well, we almost had an airplane. Now, if you have Yuffie in your party at this point, she'll actually suggest what to do for an optional side quest. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but here I am. Numbskulls. So Sephiroth somewhere called the Temple of the Ancients. Now we have a new vehicle that goes on this shallow water. We can't go into the deep water, but just by coincidence, the game starts us out on this island the Wutai area, which is an optional side quest. But it's not optional for us in this playthrough. So if we come up here... Don't have Yuffie in your party for this part, or this next fight's going to be even harder. Yep, she's up to shenanigans. But here's where it gets tricky. Because all my materia is gone. Fortunately, we have counterattack, which is great, except we don't because it's gone. It's a materia. I was going to say, we have counterattacks, so we can do physical attacks, but that doesn't count. So yeah, we're in the hit A to win point of the game. Please don't put my whole party to sleep. This is silly. Thank you. So all our materia is gone, so is Worst Girl. And she's gone, and now we're stuck without it. But yeah, if you have her in your party, then you'll just have to do that fight with only 2 party members. And then I think Barrett comes running in. But that is where we're going to pick things up next time. So, as always, until next time, this has been Red Silvers. Have yourself a good night.